This week, come sporting activities. The weekend brings you highest. What we're looking up to. Before we get into today's bits, make sure you're following us on all our social TV on Instagram, ATP Radio TV. Do well to subscribe. Updates from our local league before we go international to talk about what Asante Kotoko's win over King Faisal. Yes, that happened yesterday, and it was a King Faisal side that has been spirited for a long time now. Looking up the log in the Ghanaian Premier League, and they played to a very interesting game up until Naby Keita took the honors upon himself to score a wonderful free kick from outside the area. Yes, striker Naby Keita scored the last gap goal to hand Kotoko a 1-0 win over in the 69th minute of the game before getting on the score sheet to hand Kotoko the victory on the day. The win since Asante Kotoko move up to 4th on the log with 27 points, and they have another outstanding match against the league table as they go on with their next on a wider scale locally. The CAF goes to the poll. Simeon Okra, CAF president, after the controversy alongside the former president Ahmad, and we're looking to elect a new one to lead the continent on a wider scale and take on the administrative purposes of football in Africa as a whole. And the elections is being held today on Friday on the 12th of March 2021. The Ghana Football Association president Kurt Edwin Simeon Okreku faces competition from Jibrila Hamidu from Niger for the CAF Executive Council slot for West Africa Zone B. The election will be held during the 43rd General Assembly of the Continental. Jibrila Hamidu, the man who replaced former Ghana FA President Kwesi Nyatechi as both WAFU Zone B and CAF Executive President last year. There are 15 executive committee slots available to be filled at the elections. Friday's CAF elections could signal changes in the top hierarchy of CAF decision-making body. So it's a positive one in the body in terms of CAF and its administrative body, as is stated there, as they look to elect not just presidents but also key members of its cabinet to take our African football to the next level where it deserves to be. Now, and Sheffield United, to be precise, just today, Chris Wilder leaves Sheffield United League from League One. Such an achievement in 2006 and 2007 season, but are currently bottom inning. Wilder took over at Bramble Lane in May 2016 and guided the club to a promotion from League One in his first season. He took Sheffield United into the Premier League just 2 seasons later and led them to a hugely creditable 9th place finish in their first campaign back in the top flight. They faced Leicester City at King Power Stadium this weekend. A press conference was supposed to be scheduled for Wilder to preview the match, which was cancelled by Sheffield United on Friday. This was leading up to tension between Wilder and the club owner Abdul bin Musahad bin. I hope I got that name right. They have had heightened clashes recently, with last week Wilder saying he did not know if he would still be the manager next season, despite confirming he wants to remain in charge at Bramble Lane if the board and owners and the board respectively decide who I really enjoy their style of play, you know, with the bombing fullbacks going up Steven, Baldock and co as in battle. And now moving away from the league, as matches were hosted, the first leg of the round of 16 were hosted with a huge clash against in a 1-1 draw, and also Tottenham Rangers champions, Ajax winning 3 goals to 0 to no side, and finally Roma beating Shakhtar Donetsk at home by 3 goals to 0. It was a very interesting round of 16 matches, first leg precisely in the Europa League, as new boy of Manchester United, Amad Traore, finally got on the score sheet for them despite the draw at Old Trafford. We'll see how the second, when United travel all the way to show, is so interesting, because we talk about a particular player, current or a retired player, and today we're talking about a retired player. One of the best strikers that England has ever had is Michael Owen. Michael James Owen, his full name. He was born on the 14th of December 1979. He is a former English footballer